Oh, this is a heavy one. I'm going to start tapping. After many years and spending £300,000 trying to prevent my chronic lung disease from becoming emphysema, I now have emphysema. It's not the most serious kind, and I can identify the period of time when it could have happened. Oh, I need to tap with 2 hands. And under the arm as well. I'm just tapping on any point that feels right for me. And below the nipple, that does it for me. Oof. So, moving screen. I've tapped a lot before I came on here because it's something I've worked so hard to prevent since I was 25, and I was 25 about just under 40 years ago. Yeah. And that's when I first got ill with lung disease, was misdiagnosed, etc., etc., etc. Those of you who know the story know the story. And the story is on my personal blog. There was a period of time where I almost felt invincible. Took too many risks. And the last time I caught COVID, I also caught 2 or 3 other infections after that. It had weakened me. The reason why COVID weakens me so much is that in the UK, I'm given steroids and nothing but steroids. There aren't the medications that I can get in South Africa, which is a wider range, shall we say. But I did my best, and there was a period of time when I really needed antibiotics. I couldn't get them because I was so ill. I wasn't working and making much money, so I didn't spend a lot of money on natural antibiotics, which would have been quite a fortune to spend during that time. And finally, I think once or twice I got antibiotics from the doctor, but each time it kind of came a little bit late. And I don't know, this is, I'm sad. I'm really sad that the thing that I've tried to prevent was so hard has finally happened, but luckily it's just in my left lung. And I don't know quite how serious it is, but it's not something that the lung specialist is going, oh my God, about. And just talking to someone, you here listening to me, hopefully will help somebody else at my lung specialist considers that I try my best to be healthy. I try my best to do aerobic exercise. I try my best to have herbal supplements to supplement antibiotics, because you're only in the UK, you're only allowed so much antibiotics and no more. So you still have the infection. Even if your lungs cannot get rid of it naturally, you still don't get antibiotics. That's it. They leave you to it until you get really, really critical later, and then they will give you antibiotics. So until you go to hospital or something. I'm not going to hospital for anyone. No, thank you. I just spend a lot of money on natural antibiotics, but to have enough, it really does cost a fortune. It really does. So I've been trying to save money, and I've learned a lesson. Anyway, I'm not going to take the risks that I used to take before in exposing myself to COVID. And I continue to grow my business online. Limit having to meet people in person, because even when I first get COVID, I have no symptoms. I don't know till 5 days later. And the last time I thought I had COVID, I took a COVID test. It was clear. So, a healthy person with COVID, how are they to know that they've got it? And then I see them and then I catch it. And so I'm going to be severely limiting my exposure until I can go to South Africa and be able to get antibiotics when our body desperately needs them, which is a plan that I'm working towards. If there's anything that you're upset about, if there's something that upsets you, you can talk about it. You could think about it as you're tapping here. You could certainly employ the services of an EFT practitioner. But if for whatever reason time or budget doesn't allow, you can just talk to a friend maybe, or just think the thoughts to yourself or say them out loud as you tap on all the points, which is what I'm going to do. And just take calm belly breaths in and out through the nose, slow belly breaths. And under there, below the nipple as well. I really like this point, it does it for me. The shock, I don't think you're used to me being quiet. The shock is still something that I'm trying to absorb. Like, okay, so I've looked it up, and you can have between 5 years to live, or you could have a normal lifespan. And what I have to do is stop it from getting worse. As long as I can slow down the progression of the disease, I'm there. I have been found to have bronchiectasis, if I pronounce it right. It's a big word. And it makes sense. It makes sense because after those 2.5 months off sick, well, not completely off sick, I was still working because I would just get bored doing nothing. I was still working, but not working full time. I found it really hard when I went back to the gym. It was like a run or a jog or a fast walk was as if I was doing it in treacle. It's like I was really making a big effort to do it. And so it makes sense. But I've just got to keep going at the gym and keep doing all the positive things that I've been doing. And I really want to see that scoreboard in my mind. Suzanne, some very big number. COPD, a big fat 0. That's what I want. And if you have any chronic disease, what I would say is anything that happens with a disease that stresses you, anything that you can do to help yourself that you need more motivation for, just tap. Just tap. That's all you need to do. Just tap. And tap as you think of the shock maybe that you just received, or as you can see, I'm yawning, which means I'm relaxing, and sighing, which means I'm relaxing. Just tap on all the points. There's no need for numbers as you try to figure out what you're going to do next, as you try to figure out what professional you need the services of, as you try to figure out what supplements you must have, as you try to figure out whose advice you want to get. That's what you need to do. Just letting go of the shock. I can actually feel, as I do this, I can feel waves of energy going out of my body, through my back and the back of my head. And I can feel them. I'm going to stay here for a while because I can actually feel this energy leaving my body. Oh, it feels so nice. Waves and waves of nice energy. Tell me, Suzanne, you can have your dream of a long and happy life. And this isn't going to beat you. And I'm feeling a lot more positive now. Yeah. Sometimes just talking to yourself about the problem as you tap on all the points that you're used to tapping on that feel good to you, you can find a solution and come to a point of peace. So this gives me even more determination to go to the gym, work hard, eat less, even though the steroids I've been on in the past 3 years have made me expand and expand and expand and expand and expand and expand and expand. But I must keep going. Keep losing the weight. Even if I have to take steroids again and put the weight back on again, I have to lose this weight. I have to work hard at it. I have to improve my lung capacity. And I have to look after my heart as well. So, yeah. If you've been diagnosed with something and there's a shock of diagnosis and the way forward, whether it's cancer and chemo or operation or whatever it is that you or somebody you know that's going through. One good way is just to tap as you talk. Just tap on all the points. Tap on all the points. No need for numbers. And just work it out for yourself, okay? Wishing you peace and health always. See you later.